Hello, now you was just watching me playing various Sonic games for the Mega Drive. Now the Mega Drive was Sega's 16-bit games console that rivaled Nintendo's SNES. The Mega Drive has some of the most famous games, just as the SNES did. Sega had Sonic the Hedgehog most notably. The Mega Drive and Sonic the Hedgehog were actually the first games console and game that I ever owned, so I have quite a lot of fond memories of the Mega Drive. Just something to point out, for some reason Sega couldn't use the name Mega Drive in North America, so there it's known as the Genesis. It got a bit confusing sometimes when I was talking about the Mega Drive and people would go, "What? Oh, it's called the Genesis there." So Sega Mega Drive stroke Genesis. I have a couple of Mega Drives with me. By the way, the Mega Drive came in loads of different versions. It's still being made even today in some countries. They're up to about Mark IV. Let's start with Mark I. This is a Mega Drive PAL version Mark I. See, cartridge slot, the 16-bit, wow. If I can get that in view. No. 2 control ports and a headphone socket, quite unusual for a games console. At the front we've got volume control, reset button and on off switch. At the back we have an expansion port called EXT, which was rarely used, plus RF port, AV and power supply port. Then Sega afterwards released the Mark II Mega Drive, which was a slimline, much smaller version. So you got cartridge port, power and reset buttons down here. Still got the 16-bit. Again, this is the PAL console. Whoops, that end. And Mega Drive 2 or II. At the back, to save perhaps to save costs as well as space, is just power supply and a simple AV port. Also on both consoles, unfortunately the back thing has fallen off, is the expansion slot, which I do believe was used for the Mega CD, which was one of the add-ons for the Mega Drive. On the Mark I it's down there. The Mega CD turned the Mega Drive into a CD player, and games were specially made that came on CD. Another add-on for the Mega Drive was the 32X. The 32X plugged into the cartridge slot, and then the 32X game plugged into the 32X, like for the Mega CD, making the Mega Drive a more powerful console, better games. It was Sega's way of extending the life of the Mega Drive stroke Genesis. There were Sega and other companies did lots of different versions of the Mega Drive, and as I said, they still are today, combining the 32X, the Mega Drive, the Mega CD. Portable versions, there's plug and play. Recently I went into a game shop and I saw a Mega Drive being sold. It had built-in games, and it could also take the original cartridges. As for the original cartridges, well, we can't not mention Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Let's just read on the back. Bust the video game speed barrier. Bust the video game speed barrier wide open with Sonic the Hedgehog. Blaze by in a blur using the supersonic spin attack. Loop the loop by defying gravity. You can even spin around in a 360 degrees rotating maze. You've never seen anything like it. That's Sonic 1 for you. Then we have Sonic 2, which had the introduction of Tails and a nice 2-player mode. Then Sonic 3. Then also Sonic and Knuckles. Hello, my name is Sonic and Knuckles. Yes, for those who don't know, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles were going to be one game originally, but Sega ran out of time or money or something or another. They couldn't cram it all in one cartridge, so they cut the cartridge in. No, they didn't actually physically cut in half. That would be a good idea. Yes, but they separated the two games. But some smart spark at Sega thought, let's stick a flap at the top of this Sonic and Knuckles cartridge. Now, you plug in the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge into your Mega Drive, and then you plug Sonic 3 into the top, and you can play from Sonic 3 to Sonic Knuckles how it was meant to be. There's stuff left on Sonic 3 or something like that that suggests that Sonic 3 was going to be a bigger game, and with this Sonic and Knuckles cartridge proves that. You can also plug other games into the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge. If you plug in Sonic 1, you get a bonus game. Originally it was going to be you could play as Knuckles in Sonic 1, but it didn't work. However, I do believe somebody recently managed to achieve it, I think on an emulator. If you plug in Sonic 2 cartridge, you can play as Knuckles in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 game, but unfortunately it disables the 2-player mode, so you can't play as Sonic versus Knuckles or Tails versus Knuckles. If you plug in Sonic 3, as I said, you can play as the 2 games and save, and various other games unlock a Ball Sphere minigame. Just to tell you quickly, there's Sonic Spinball. Japanese games for the Mega Drive actually work on a PAL Mega Drive. All you need is this converter. It's just a different shaped cartridge the Japanese Sonic see, and it plays fine. However, there's not much difference in the Sonic in the Hedgehog Japanese version anyway. There you go, Mega Drive / Genesis. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's bye for now. Bye.